Coach, some might say it's cold. Others, like myself and my partner, we say this is football weather as we welcome you to chilly M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Baltimore Ravens. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down here as the penalty flags come in right away, and we may have a face mask here right at the start. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Let's go now.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. A give, running right, Lindsey. Always got some breathing room. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On first down, right back to Lindsey. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Second and 12 at the Ravens' 46-yard line.
Let's go. 70, Indy.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
Hey, Haywood. Now.
On 2nd and 12. Lock. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Fletcher Cox. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Check 99. Slip. Six guy. Check 6 guy. One twist.
He'll get this one to Patrick. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Check 3.
They'll run on first down. Swift. He finds some open field here. And they finally are able to take him down at the opposite 47. A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. 45 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 45 on second down, Jackson has got his man. It's Andrews. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 35.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 36-yard line.
Set, hut, Pittsburgh.
Check, 43. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Hustle.
43 is the mic. 43 is the mic.
Set, go.
Get that ball.
61. Max, stop. Mike.
Jackson from the shotgun. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Right 52. Watch the curl. Wahoo.
Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. You can't block me. You can't block me.
On third down, Jackson. He'll get this to Eckler. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th.
52's the mic. Watch Mike. Off. Let's go, baby. They turn over. Get that ball.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Blocking the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Hey, Delta.
Mike, check. 59.
Five.
Block now on 1st down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Let it.
First down.
Hey,
Broncos.
box truck. 59. Like.
To the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Mike, 59.
Get it.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Go.
Rush in.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. They'll get only a couple down to the 44. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
All day, every day, any day.
Here's a give to Lindsey running right. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Check 26, check 26.
We're scoreless after one. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Switch.
On 1st down, Locke. This is the tight end Fant. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Well, he made that catch knowing full well that at the end of it, he's going to catch a pretty good lick.
I guess if there's anyone on this team that can absorb a pop, it's him. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Rock it. Hey, Charlie.
Here's Locke. The quick slant caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 23 yards on the play.
On the ready.
Hey, Mike 40.
80 weapons.
They'll try to run with Lindsey. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal. That's the 1-yard line.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
61, matchbox, lights.
Check 15, check 15. Check. First down.
Roll out. Check 3, check go.
One more time with Lindsey. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Philip Lindsey with touchdown number 12 on the year. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. A running play on first down will get 4 up to the 29. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Watch 84. 52 is the mic right here, over there, right? 52 is the mic.
On second down now, Swift. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down.
552. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come get some. He don't want it. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 18-yard line.
Come on, set.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
Mike 6'6", pull it high. Shoot. Ready.
They'll run here with Lindsey. And he's got some space here. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 45 yards on the ground.
First down, Broncos.
Ready, break.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Bravo.
It's a party now. It's a party now. 25. Check 25. Check
Now.
Throwing on first down is Locke. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Set. 8, read.
Check. Watch twitch.
Hey, lock it.
They'll run with Lindsey. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
And that loss of yards there is not just on him. It's on the guys blocking for him. I mean, they're supposed to create some type of space or at least get a stalemate. They end up letting them through, and they ended up tackling him for a loss.
Ready up.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Hey, Sam off.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Noah Fant, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. McManus's point after is good, and that'll make the score 14-0. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Chance. Watch that.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Third down and 14.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14.
52's the Mike. Watch Mike.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me.
Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Andrews. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Go.
52, Mike, 52. Here we go. 52's the mic, right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. Let's get it together.
Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Baltimore, first down. 1st and 10 at the 49.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Bradley Chubb, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Throwing is Jackson. Flush to his right. Got him in. It's Brown. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Slam, slam, slam. 30. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Switch. He's coming. Double up. He's coming.
From the gun, Jackson steps away to his left. This will be caught by Brown. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Jackson now, operating from the gun. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Miles Boykin. Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check. No. Off. He's crashing. It's free.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And now running right through it. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Here we go, D. Mike 52. Here we go, D. Here I come.
Here's Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. Eluding the pressure right. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's another Baltimore 1st down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Tucker's kick right there, it's good. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Get ready.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Jackson now. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Jackson on first down, and he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Bradley Chubb in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year.
Let's make these babies crawl all the way back home.
On second down, Eckler. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
It's now 3rd down and long.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 50. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Hatchet, hatchet.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 25 yards that time.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Ready? Hey, no. 52's the mic. I'm trying to collect. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
That one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
He's talking about your set. Even. 4th down. Even. Like 52.
And Jackson throwing once more. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Tucker's kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's
General West. Check. 5. 2.
Throwing now is Locke. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Locke going to bring the offense up 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. To throw it is Locke. That's complete to Jake Butt. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
From midfield, here's Locke. They'll roll him out right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On second down, a run with Lindsey. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get him into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Mike, check.
Now Locke. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super tough.
From the 22, Jackson. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic.
Check Mike. No, check that. We want Mike 52.
From the gun, Jackson. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Running on first down, Eckler. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
Check.
Once more, here's Eckler. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Watch twist, watch twist. 52. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Zoom.
Now Jackson on third down. Over the middle here to Brown. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Jackson now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
43. Check, 43.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
43.
On second down, Swift. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
March 43. March 4. You're not ready. You're not ready. Watch that.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Here we go. 52's the mic. It's a party now. Sponge. No. Hopper. Ball trot.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And he slings one that's incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. But it's going to be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Watch the out. Check.
On third down, here's Eckler. Oh, and they had him stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10.
Mike 52 right here. Bring it.
To throw is Jackson, operating from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Ravens on third down. Now, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 14.
We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. Antonio Brown can wreak havoc in so many ways. Here he's able to cause a PI penalty.
He runs the defensive backs with such speed and power. I think it creates panic on their end, and a lot of times they just reach out and grab him, and that's the result there, a pass interference call.
To throw is Jackson. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's second down. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
SOS, SOS, SOS.
Now a give, right side. Swift. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Watch the safety creep.
Off. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic.
Let's go.
Mike 52. Mike 52.
Blue Dan, blue Dan. 52 is the mic. Mike 52, Mike 52.
Put up.
Jackson now to throw on third down. And that will be incomplete. Figuring they're going for it on fourth down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Here's Jackson throwing on fourth down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Austin Eckler, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the fourth quarter. Now a big play here as the Ravens are going to go for the 2-point conversion. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion.
Check 52 to Mike. Check 52 to Mike. I got it.
No. Check that. We want Mike 52 right here.
Here's Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down one. What's the sense? I like what they did.
So just under 2 minutes to play, and this would figure to pretty much be your ball game right here. And the Broncos are going to get the football. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe. And now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Lindsey. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Credit the sack to Von Miller. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he could vault himself right into the #1 spot.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson to throw. He'll get this to Eckler. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. He's back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On 2nd down now, Swift, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Where's 52? 52 is the Mike. Come on, D. Mike 52, Mike 52. Here we go. 5-2 is the Mike. Mike 5-2, Mike 5-2. Crunch time, defense.
He'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. Now a handoff here to his running back. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
Yeah, I was going to say could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7.
Watch the whip. Check that. 52 right here.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Results in a 4th down.
So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. 2 for 2 on the afternoon, and a 3rd would win it. And his kick here is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
Today's final score, Ravens
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Baltimore, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.